But
You just wanted to. You just wanted someone else to run for a little bit, didn't
yes, I thank Jerry for
you?
taking up the slack for however fucking long that was, like almost 2 months, maybe
5 weeks.
five weeks. Okay,
Yeah.
that's less long than I thought it was.
Mm.
Last session was session 5, in which you were still on the Ganymede research base. You hijacked a cleaning robot, which Tad named Roomba. You grabbed a tactical pack from the security office. I believe that was that was a misclick.
Uh-oh.
Theo grabbed a tactical pack. You healed Ozzy in the med bay, who had suffered some pretty serious wounds. You had a debate about the ramifications of communing with the artifact again.
Nanomachine, son.
Ozzy revealed that during his time captured by Grimcrest, although I'm not sure if he mentioned that specifically, he was tortured.
He didn't mention he mentioned Grimcrest. He mentioned like his family and all that, but he didn't go into like details. It just came up like a brief, quick moment, and it's like it's out there now, but nobody knows any details or anything. It's just name something. Something happened to him and his family. That's it.
Yeah. You return to the artifact, and Lillian, using the power of her mind, healed it psionically, while Mac was keeping an eye on the readings in case it exploded everything again. Communing with the artifact, you learned that it was part of a vast network monitoring space-time and the abyss that kind of hyperspace type network that exists as a second dimension layered over your own, full of strange things, and which enables psionic power. After this, you returned back to your ship and began to tow the artifact into space. Some debris hit the Lost Hope, the ship, and the artifact went flying towards Europa. You chased after it and saw it stabilize and luckily head into low orbit of Jupiter. Seeing this, you headed back to Europa and went on to discuss with the mayor and the chief of police the success of your mission, in which you helped to cover up the involvement of the Reclamation Society, and informed them about the dangers of meddling with their satellite. You are just now leaving the office. You have a very large amount of credits that you need to find something to spend it on.
Did we do our refresher
Fancy
of
hats.
what our hooks are and all that?
Yes, let's go through your books. Thanks.
So I guess since I mentioned it, I guess I'll go first. Right. So in my notes, so okay, well I have to remove that because that hook. Well, I guess I can keep it in the notes. I mean, that hook's gone from that end, but I'll keep it in just for flavor. But first, I'll start with my sensor pack. I can no longer perceive as others do, which means I can hear things, hear frequencies that not other people can't really hear with the naked ear, or see things that are just passively hear and see things that people wouldn't normally hear unless their biology said so. Or they had other technology that allowed them to do so. But yeah, basically that. And the hook has not come up yet, but It probably will. I should probably. Yeah, it's fine. It'll probably come up at some point. And then my actual hooks. Dr. Theo knows of my vice, and they better keep quiet about it. It's the painkillers. And that has come up a couple of times. I need to get back in the mindset of him being a pill addict, but that's the first one. The second one is Dr. Lillian's naivety will put us at risk or potentially put us into dangerous circumstances. They need, or they should be taught to understand the dangers of, I guess, the area, nearby systems, whatever. All that. I wasn't sure what's. That's what I put. I didn't want to specify to Soul System because Ozzy doesn't get to Soul System that much, but he has a general idea. But and the third one is I want revenge and justice for the Grimcast Company for the things they've done to me and the people I cared about. And I do recall I have a potential hook that I might come in with at some point, depending on how the others resolve. I have it on the back burner. It's regarding the
Don't mention it.
What?
Don't read it out until it becomes official.
No, I was just gonna say about because it happened during the whole when Luna was communicating with the artifacts and it was brought up. Yeah, because Ozzy could feel just a little bit of it having been subjected to it before. Like his brain got messed up from it. And he kind of got this little residue in his head.
He got brain melted.
Wait, pregnant?
Yes, sure.
Yes, your brain got pregnant.
That's definitely what he said.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so that's an avenue I'm going to explore, but I don't think there's.
Isn't that the start of Baldur's Gate 3?
I mean, kind of.
The brain's pregnant.
Yep.
I don't have a worm in my head, hopefully.
Yeah.
In this one.
Well, it's possible in this game.
Oh boy.
Maybe we should skin you and find it.
Oh, I don't want to be a mind player in this game. It's like,
Why not?
Why not? Well, I mean, I like my green skin.
Oh, look at green mindset. Oh, great, I've got a spam bot.
Oh boy.
And I think that is pretty much it, because I remember getting Brain Spike, because it made sense to get after the whole thing, and him to try it out. Well, he doesn't know he has it yet, quote unquote. So it's like, that's where the downtime stuff's going to come in, so. But I think that is all I have to bring up with his hooks. I just know they're waiting for something to come to a head. Oh, that's right. Just a quick description: stubborn, scorched, grave, and determined. Remember that he's a miserable bastard, and he's
miserable green bastard.
Yes.
And it's a lot different since he got back from his thing, which I think Tad wrote down. But anyways, that's all I'm going to go on about.
He's more of a grumpy shit than before.
Yeah, pretty much. And I can't wait for everything to be revealed. I have a whole scene I'm going to do. Anyways, that's it.
I've got one in mind. Hopefully, they can play together.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And that's all me. And
who wants to be next?
I can.
Okay, go ahead.
As a result of her modification, she's got the hook. My modification often betrays my mood, making her basically a living mood ring at times.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Then I'm a pacifist at heart, but I'm scared that by experiencing the violence of outer space, it will change me. Dr. Theo can never find out that I've stolen some of his clothes to make a nest. And my order is haunted by the Night Strike's plume. I must stay incognito. And why does my mouth taste like blood?
Didn't you also get whatchamacallit, the qualities from the alien or the outsider? Yeah.
I have the potential to gain 2 powers that literally are just part of the narrative now.
Yep.
What
I
what
forgot
kind of
what I was
powers
gonna
are they?
Anything.
say. Whatever the fuck she wants.
Like, are they like the powers were like not like mechanical powers, but they're more like
They can be
Like
mechanical powers, but there will generally be more mechanical in terms of they provide a narrative. So, like, I don't know, if she gains the ability to breathe in space, that could be one of them.
okay.
Or I don't know, she can repair metallic objects with her mind. I don't know, anything.
Yes.
I'll just put Mac out of a job.
Yep.
Ooh, scammer in chat.
Oof.
I already banged them.
You already banged them.
Yes.
Oh no.
That's Tad's job. And speaking of Tad, what are your hooks?
What are my hooks? My hooks are... Ozzy and I have seen everything together. We're closer than family. Nothing can pull us apart. We have been butting heads more recently since he resurfaced, however. He continues to cockblock me.
Oh yeah, that happened.
that last bit's just like...
It was just a one time.
just one time. But Tad never forgets.
Once
He
he
keeps doing it. He keeps doing it. He only did it one time. He keeps doing it.
Yeah, it just all conveniently happens off camera. No, Tad, she's bad for you. My second hook, I stole from Lupus O'Hara of the Raminacia Syndicate, and now they are after me. And I had previous relations with Dr. Lillian Luna, and now things are a little bit awkward. I had to put it like that because my mum was just walking past the room.
That's hilarious.
Wasn't there was an awkward moment on the Ganymede where you get Need and the
Yes.
Cadoodles
Yes.
by a Luna that's resurfacing from orbit from that geyser.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, we will. That has not forgotten that.
And last but not least, Theodophilus.
Oh, I sometimes become a little obsessed with little sort of domestic mysteries. Things like, well, why is the air conditioning rattling? And that might become more important than the autopilot is offline coming to land. Also, I'm quite physically heavy, dirty, so might say a little more on the chunky side. Basically, I'm used to a hybrid. It's typically engineered on spaceships. I'm mostly clumsy, apply a little bit of excessive force to things if I don't focus on my movement. Honestly, I've noticed that Ted is rather prone to indiscretion in the no trousers variety. At some point, it's going to cause us problems. Really causes a few problems. Probably going to cause us more. So I shall continue cock blocking as well.
Oh, yes.
Where if you don't remove these blocks,
It's-
I'm going to re.
It's a chastity conspiracy.
Oh.
A chastaspiracy, if you will.
So the only one who isn't cock blocking him is Lily Luna, with whom it's awkward.
Wait till he finds out about the nano we've underwent. Suddenly,
Oh my god.
basically,
What do they vibrate?
Well, after that electric shock, you are the vibrator.
oh,
Let's be honest. The equivalent of an autoclave on you.
Oh,
Just
dear.
make sure you stay clean.
Take frequent showers.
Right.
Now that we are reintroduced to our crew, can you each describe yourselves as you exit the offices of the head of security? I'll put you in a box. I will close the lid. Throw away the key.
No. I guess. All right. Ozzy, when he comes out, what he's going to do? Did we actually buy the stuff yet, or I don't. I know we got the reward. I know we discussed what we were going to do, but did we?
I'm going to
I
say
don't think
no.
we actually.
But
Okay.
You've decided on almost all of what you want to buy, but you haven't, discussed it in character yet.
Okay. All right. Well, when Ozzy comes out, where is just to double check? Where is Luna currently? Because she wasn't there. She wasn't present. Well, Laura wasn't present. That one off-stream session. Would Luna be there and just passively, or would she be on the ship? What would she be doing at that point in time?
She is drinking a cup of something hot and not quite coffee in the reception area of this building, as the mental strain of repairing the artifact tired her out quite a bit, but she's feeling a little more refreshed now.
All right. Well, when he exits, Dr. Luna, how you feeling?
A little better than I was. I think interacting like that on that scale was just without copious amounts of adrenaline running through me, was more tiring than I expected.
Well, that's you get plenty of rest. My ears are still ringing from when I touched that artifact, but we just discussed everything that have it in there, and we got our payment. Well, basically, Ozzy was going to do. He's just going to say this. I am going to be going to. We got our payment. Our ship is kind of in disrepair right now. It also could use some maintenance as well. And we might need to upgrade it. Perhaps a shield, if I may make a recommendation, just so we don't get bombarded with debris again.
Yes, that does sound pretty reasonable. Especially if well, we obviously don't want to make it a habit of us accidentally letting go of things and careening them off, but you never know what's going to happen.
Indeed. So it'd be nice to have those precautions up. I will be meeting somebody about that. But I'm just wondering, uh, Doctor Theo, could I use your assistance with the maintenance and well, I in this case I'd be assisting you. But
So just asking you to do my job.
well, I mean, you'd probably do it anyways, but just could use your help with the maintenance and the repairing the damage. We need the resources.
Well,
We
let's
gotta
chip
pay for it.
Paid trip. If you want to
Chip.
get your hands on it, I'm not going to say no.
Well, I'm not terrible. I'm not terrible with my hands. So we'll have to hit that. We'll have to hit the repair. We'll have to hit the repair place. Get some things together so we can work on it.
I'll go make an inventory of the parts we need.
All right. Okay. Does our ship have the tools that we have like to repair stuff like that, or do we need like to see like a repair bay? But considering that Europa's stuff is probably going to be busy because if I recall, a lot of their ships are like done down right now.
You have the tools to do basic repairs. I mean, there's a mechanic called spot repairs, which is what you would be able to do
All right.
without being essentially in dry dock.
Right.
Right. But here you could splurge, get some replacement parts for some of the broken stuff and whatnot, and yeah, Theo could work with a small crew to install some of these replacement parts and possibly some upgrades.
All right. That would work. And that's what Ozzy's gonna do. And what is everybody else? What's everybody else gonna do?
Luna,
Mm-hmm.
you feeling okay?
Better than I was. I guess I just pushed myself a bit further than I expected.
Yeah. Yes, you was awfully quiet for a little bit.
After opening my mind like that, getting it to shut again was a little bit tricky.
Let us know if there's anything that we can do to help.
Of course. I mean, I think once we get the ship repaired, at least it'd be nice for us all to go for a dinner or something. Just
the two of us, or all of us?
Well, I suppose it depends who wants to be there.
Yeah. Oh, I'll go and ask Rumba. Yeah. Although we'll have to avoid those. We'll have to go to a place that serves robots.
I'm sure plenty are used to serving all manner of folk nowadays.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you've been to Henry's, the one place run by that droid with the consistently happy red face, and like the only kinds of droids they allow are of those cleaning variety of the Henry make.
I feel that that's because they try to be an exclusive club.
Yeah, exactly.
Was this place on Iate?
Yeah, it's a franchise.
I really need to ask you about that. What district did Tad reside in most of the time? Where's the pleasure place at?
I mean, I imagine it'd be, when you go through the working class sort of neighborhoods and you see
Mhm.
one place that looks fancier than all the rest. Like, it might be a bar, it might be a club, it might be like a shisha place or something. It might be a restaurant.
So, what I'm just asking if would it be in the same district or just outside the district that Ozzy's from?
Oh, it would not be
Maybe-
inside.
So, because that's what I'm double check because
It's
a lot of crazy shit happened in Ozzy's
it's
district.
too nice to be part of your district. Your district has
Yeah.
your typical cyberpunk slum restaurant,
Yeah.
the
Right.
greasy food vendors,
Okay.
or at
so
best
definitely
a mom and pop,
outside.
type restaurant is a nicer thing you'll have. You won't have a fucking robot fucking franchise
Yeah.
in the slums.
that robot get parted out quick.
It would end up looking like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, probably. Probably be in one of the not like super exclusive, but in one of the more sort of nicer districts, like in one of the more gentrified districts. It probably doesn't like have it as like label itself. Like if you you need to sort of know where you're going to get there, sort of thing.
I see,
Okay.
so it's exclusive.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to clear that up before if we end up going to Iate at some point. Just wanted to double check that. So. But,
Hmm.
So what were we talking about?
Luna was talking about going to a restaurant with everyone.
Oh, that
Yeah,
would
well-
that would depend if we're working on the ship or not, because our ship is not in good shape right now.
Of course, I'd make we'd go after the ship comes first, and well, it'd be a reward for a job well done, wouldn't it?
Mhm. We could always go and get you some takeout.
I will have to think on that. I just want to work off what happened up there on the moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause, a lot of stuff happened. We talked about a lot of stuff, and just want to keep my mind preoccupied with just things of immediate, that are immediate. Yeah.
Do what you need to, mate.
In the meantime, what are you gonna do while Doc Theo and I are working on repairing the ship?
We're still on Europa, aren't we? Well,
Yep.
I'll be honest with you. I'm hungry and need a bit of company. Yeah. So I'll,
Oh, you do know of one restaurant here called the Frozen Sea Pig.
Indeed.
I'm not going there. Last time I went there, I nearly got shot.
Let's go there again.
Maybe how about we go to one of the vendors at the food court? That way we can still sit down somewhere, but it'll be open enough that if we do need to make a quick escape we can.
Indeed. That's I think that'd be a good idea.
Ozzy looks at Theo and like, Doc, if you wanted to go with, that'd be fine. What did you want to do? Like, obviously our ship needs repaired, but if you wanted to relax a bit, that'd be fine. I can go ahead and start working on that. I could probably get some help.
I think there's entirely time for both, and I would suggest it won't kill the ship for you to take a few hours out. I think we should both take a few hours to chill.
What do
You
I
are
even
all
do?
pretty, like, physically and emotionally tired, to be fair. Specifically, Ozzy, you almost died.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And he still wants to work.
Yeah, I mean, of course, yes, I respect that Ozzy is a workaholic. But, yeah, he might at least say that everyone else needs to rest.
Right. Well,
And maybe he will be doing
Everybody-
paperwork. Who knows?
Make it
Every-
orders if you like. Can make it easy.
doctor's orders.
It's really important that you just take a break. Go out, eat, drink, get a long sleep tonight. We'll start working the ship tomorrow. Well, don't go out if you don't want, but either way, go to bed.
You know, I think I'll have to bite the bullet and actually rest, because, to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be physically capable of working on the ship right now.
There you go.
I don't want to make any mistakes.
I would offer to run some tests, but with the state you're in, it just wouldn't be right.
No, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind knowing what's going on with my head.
Yeah. Tell you what, we'll get some rest first, and we can do some tests later. What do you think?
Well,
And we'll bring you. If we see anything nice that you'll like, we'll bring you we'll bring you back some good shit.
all right. Well, I'm not hungry right now, but I mean, when I wake up, I'll.
Oops.
But I'm going to go get
Space.
some rest. Then,
Yeah.
if
Space
you need
Hunter
me,
is-
just give my comlink a ring. I have it. I have an alarm where it rings off at max volume, in case of emergencies.
Okay. I always hated that fucking alarm. Just just turn it off for for your weekends.
He's
I-
got the Zap alarm upgrade, which electrocutes him mildly when he needs to wake up.
in my thingy-mabobber, my sensor pack in my head.
Yep.
And it just vibrates like my head. Like, bzz, bzz, bzz. Oh, and it plays like a.
If you have.
What was that?
You could have your bunk mechanically tip you out. Catch a motor.
Man, I stop eating my goddamn cheat sheet.
That's so it's like Wallace and Gromit, the wrong trousers.
Yeah.
Malice wants to consume knowledge. But yeah, I'll get some rest, and let's hope that I don't have nightmares.
I mean,
I'll have Rumba play some white noise for you.
I was going to say, I could have Nip come and rest with you. I mean, yes, it's a bit of a strange creature for someone to get used to when they've not seen one before, but I mean,
Well, yeah, I forgot you had. What did they look? What is what the name is Nip?
yes, that's what she calls him.
Okay, and then what did the Nip look like again? I think you posted a picture before.
Sort of a six-legged salamander-like reptile that's got like a throat sac that's like the blood sac of a mosquito and a really long tongue. It's sort of got chitinous plates on it and some wings that can't really fly, but will sort of make a buzzing noise when it's distressed.
Oh god, it's a radroach.
If I saw that in real life, I would be terrified of it.
It's about a foot long from head to tail.
Well, that's not very big.
Yeah. And they're quite placid and cowardly naturally, being ambush predators more than anything. But they can be trained, obviously, to synthesize things as well as just store blood.
He's not gonna take my blood in my sleep, is he?
No.
Only when you're
Okay,
awake.
well.
Only when it's consensual.
All right. Well, I wouldn't mind some company.
No.
I don't think I've ever really interacted much with you said his name was Nip.
Yes.
Um,
A creature from my home planet. I couldn't leave without him. And not just
hopefully-
for his medical uses.
hopefully he doesn't hate me.
I doubt he would. He's a hardy little fella who, well, if you give him the opportunity to sort of curl up with you, he'll almost definitely take it. He has gotten a little lazy since we left the planet. Not that he wasn't kind of lazy to begin with.
Well, I wouldn't mind the company. So I just need to get my head on straight. But can I trust you to make the transactions we need? Because we need our maintenance. We need. If I'm asleep by the time you're done eating, and get whatever rest you need, if I'm still sleeping, can I trust you to make the transactions we need, the maintenance or damage, or at least getting the tools that we need? Because with our tools on our ship, we wouldn't be able to repair all the damage. So we'd need to make some purchases, some parts.
That's why we're taking Mac.
He is most likely to know what we need.
I just know how to drive. But I don't know what to fix. But it's all good. If we need anything,
That's
we'll
fine.
ring you up right away.
Well,
Get yourself some rest, brother. And,
Dr. Theo, I'm giving you a temporary. What's the term again? I'm trying to think. I gave you no context of that. Why did I say that? Basically, Ozzy wants to pass down like temporary command to somebody.
He's acting captain.
Acting captain. Dr. Theo, I'll give you. You are the acting captain while I'm not asleep at this present time. Regarding our maintenance and you have full expertise. I'll give you acting captain in charge of the maintenance and the repairing our ship.
Yep,
So
that's measurable.
make purchase what you need.
We got
do.
this.
If we get confused in any manner, we'll be sure to ask for your input, but I think we can manage this.
I will trust you. Just, Dad, don't get distracted whenever these things.
Well then.
If you see just keep it in your pants for the time being, okay?
Okay. I'll keep it in my pants.
Okay, make a manipulate check. No.
Manipulate is
You didn't specify what it is.
as if Tad
Sure
wears
enough.
pants.
It's perpetually wearing no pants. Get yourself some pants, Ted.
Full commando all the time.
Oh shit! 5.
Tad sort of, yeah, I will do as it, not really. And sort of like looks at the laundry basket, which has his pants kind of hanging out, and just like, please don't notice, please don't notice.
You gonna put those on?
Yes,
Why did you come to the security place with no pants?
because I like to live dangerously.
Well, I was going to guess simply for the
got this.
the inevitable point where he gets searched.
Indeed, I wanted to make it awkward for the security.
Right. But what if it wasn't awkward? What if they just
Oh, then it'd have been a nice time for everyone. Anyway, have a
Alright.
good sleep. Have a good sleep. I sort of stuff him in my pocket, and yeah. We'll bring you back some of the bits you like.
just get me the blindest thing? No, I don't know.
Just
Yeah.
nachos without any salt.
Oh,
Oh, jeez.
oh god.
I need
Just an empty taco shell.
all I want is some. I wouldn't mind some fruit. Just give me some fruit.
Okay. Onwards to the market.
All right.
Okay.
And Ozzy takes off towards the ship to get some rest in his quarters.
Yeah.
And I'm half tempted to ask. I don't know how it's working, but I'm hoping for some nightmares so I can like you roll on like call to the or one of the abyss ones just for funsies. I don't know if I can do that while I'm dreaming. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Eat some cheese.
Hey, you want to do it? I am perfectly fine with that. So why don't you roll into the abyss, which is plus alien?
All right.
We've
Perfect.
just finished out of the abyss.
And I got a minus 1 to that, so this is gonna be fun. It's kind of why it's like in this.
He wants
I
to
like
live
in these moments.
dangerously.
Yeah, I really like these dangerous moments. So into the abyss. Is it gonna? Oh, I got a normal. Okay. Oh well. Okay. I was kind of hoping to fail just to see what would happen, but it's all right.
That is incredible. For the viewers, he got an 11, which is an unqualified success. Okay.
Oh, I ask a question, I'll get an answer, and then the abyss will ask. And okay, so I ask, and then they will ask. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta think. Let me think. I guess while he's dreaming, oh, what is a question? What is a question? Oh.
If you like, we can come back to this.
Okay. Okay, I can, because I can't really think of a question right now. Because it's like it's like hard to think of something. Because because I was like something that would be more involuntary.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Well, let's
that's what I was kind of. Yeah.
let's come back to that. But first, I will ask you a question from the Abyss Desbeck. And then we will do a downtime scene, and then we will you can ask your question.
Okay.
What does your character's heart desire?
Heart's desire.
Mm-hmm.
What is his darkest heart's desire?
Oh, darkest heart's desire. Oh, that's a good question. Well, he would. Let's see here. He would okay. Definitely to see the Grimcrest company laid waste, destroyed and ruined, just like they did, just like they did to his district, with no remorse, entirely obliterate.
You get visions of this of this imagery in your mind of the people who took your husband, opened like a gutted fish, splayed over chairs, one strung up to a lamppost. All right.
Toss and turn in his sleep.
He does not enjoy his rest. And meanwhile,
Yes.
I'll be fine. Good sleep's what you need. What he needs.
I hope so.
Oh, tacos. What was the market serving?
they have deep fried worm.
Ooh, my favourite.
Ooh, delicious.
How much in it is? Like, it looks like deep fried calamari.
Yes, except the edges are very crunchy.
Mmm, delicious. Ah,
And
oh,
it tastes a little bit more like crab, but it's somewhere between crab and calamari.
mmm, delicious. Ooh. I'll take some of that back for Rosie. And I'll have some for myself.
Room is fruit.
Luna will be sort of doing her best to keep her colours as sort of dowdy browns and stuff, and sort of make her wing patterns sort of less sort of threat display-y, and she will try and find a place that does sort of fruit slushies or the like, so that she can enjoy sweet sugary goodness that's also terrible for her.
Mm-hmm. Are you looking? Okay, well, that last line answers asked and answered. What you find is a place called Bube Melon. And They sell these very saccharine, sugary, very large, round fruits. They are softer in the rind than an earth melon, and a little drier. Not quite as watery as a watermelon, but very. They have a very saccharine, artificial kind of taste to them, and they're very cheap and very easy to grow.
Luna will
And they have all kinds of products based around it.
gravitate towards those sort of struggling to stop her tongue from hanging out at this point. And
Luna, not here.
sorry.
Yeah, save it for the bedroom.
That's in fact, I was going to say that's not what its purpose is, but I suppose it could be. Anyway,
Indeed.
she'll definitely get some sort of stupidly oversized drink, and also try to find some things like a dried version or sort of non-perishable versions that she can sort of keep in her pockets for when she gets sugar cravings.
They have preserves and dried slices. The dried slices are a little difficult to eat in quantities. I don't know what to compare it to, because it's not like most dried fruit in the real world, because like it'll be a whole fruit that's dried, but you can't dry these whole because they're like as big as a football. So a little tough.
Oh.
So it's like a whole ass chunk that's been freeze dried. I guess the closest thing would actually be freeze dried strawberries.
Yeah.
That kind of odd, very very sweet, foamy, slightly texture.
Yeah, she'll be quite enamoured by it, because while her species is omnivorous, they do prefer overly sweet things. And she will very much be picking products without even looking at the nutritional value on them of any kind. Very much sort of almost instinctually going for the things that will provide her with the biggest kick of sweetness.
Mhm.
Oh well, I'll definitely need these and this. And ooh, that looks good.
They have some gelatinous gummies.
Ooh. But yeah, she clearly picks up way more than enough for one person of these products, to the point that you do expect that you're going to be finding stashes of them around the ship. And
It's just like when we go shopping.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm a terrible influence.
Right.
But she'll definitely sort of spend a few moments sort of seeing how popular certain products are first, to try and find the ones that are going to be hardest for her to get hold of in the future, so she can get a few of them.
I mean, this is not the best place.
Yeah.
Europa has access to fresh European fish,
Yeah.
but that's about it. Everything else is imported, so This is
Yeah.
basically the only fruit that gets imported in large quantities. Other stuff you might be able to find, but it'll be expensive.
Yeah.
And you won't be able to get much of it.
Yeah. But yeah, she'll be quite contentedly sort of having selected these things, pay for them, and sort of practically be almost stuffing her face in them in quite an undignified manner.
Mm-hmm. Deliskos.
Yes.
They do use some local ingredients in some of their recipes. They've got, and they make it into teas, into candies, into smoothies and slushies, into juice, into freeze-dried snacks, and into thin little chips.
Mm.
They're kind of soft and crunchy in an interesting way. And what is Theodophilus doing?
I want to say salmon noodles.
Yep.
What is going to be the equivalent?
Oh yeah.
Is
There's something like
Theodophilus is Theodophilus stood in the river just waiting for the salmon to jump into his mouth?
He's currently beating up a guy wearing waders.
Yeah.
That may not translate outside of the UK.
Yeah, it went right over my head.
There's a brand of canned salmon where the advert was men fighting bears.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I remember this advert.
wow.
And this
It's
time,
the fight in the
Theo.
fish bar. And only the victor gets to walk away with the fish.
My money's on the bear.
Indeed.
It was that one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Is that Tekken?
And then he points up to the sky and then kicks the bear in the bollocks.
I must admit, there is something awkwardly whimsical about the sort of TV adverts we had at certain eras that just you kind of expect them all to be spoofs rather than actual adverts.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to go find it. A light beer and some fishy noodles.
Alright. It goes down very easily. You realise
Like a
that
2
you're a little hungrier than you thought after not being able to enjoy anything quite like this for a while.
This takes me back. You used to have deep fried worm back in New Santiago.
Oh, is
Used to
it
have
always that oily?
like wriggling like that's how you know that the soil was good and fertile. Used to deep fry them. Used to eat crickets as well. Good kind of protein. Just used to crunch them up and mix them in with chocolate and make little cakes, little crunchy cakes.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
about the only thing I really remember from way back then. But I suppose you gotta hold on to happy memories, don't you?
yes. I honestly, a lot of foods from my planet. We had found ways to grow them quite rapidly and successfully without sort of damaging them. So most things were readily accessible all the time without worry for costs. But I suppose that's the old insectoid for the many type of behaviours that we did seem to inherit, that that your planet's insects also followed.
Did they use synthetic meat, or were they
Eventually,
farmed?
to begin with, farmed and sort of were very sort of respectful of the creatures that were going to be food.
Yeah.
But ultimately realised that if they synthesized it instead, that the turnaround would be quicker and they could ensure that there were sort of no issues with if sort of droughts or whatever happened. They wouldn't lose entire sets of livestock.
You got to, I guess, you must not have had the synth, like the synthetic brotherhood, like breathing down your neck when you was making that, like those folks who were saying, who were campaigning for synthetic rights.
Well, I mean, we never had an issue with it because if a being was synthetic and sentient, we just acknowledged it as another being.
Oh, good.
I mean, eventually our move away from sort of typical animal husbandry and the like was more so because we didn't want to be breeding traits into them purely for our consumption. Because it could make the species weaker and also unable to remain there without our influence, and we didn't want that. After all, as much as a lot of our planet would never even think of leaving, we do recognise that one day we'll be gone.
Why did you leave?
Curiosity, mostly.
Okay. Okay, because it sounds like quite a nice, well, maybe not nice, but it sounds like what you've like described to me. Like it seems beautiful.
I mean, it is, but there's only so much of it to explore, and, well, as we learned about the rest of the universe, it only made sense to try and understand more, and, well, some of us don't respond well to the fact that we realise things that we've believed for a long time are not quite as universal as we thought, but a lot of us, we we naturally gravitate to other species in a friendly manner anyway, but there's a lot of traits that coming to understand how they developed and what benefits they give you and such is intensely interesting. And, well, as a freelance gene modder, I couldn't exactly make something that could be sold universal if I were to only stay on my planet and only have those species there as a sample. This way I can learn more about how different species function and make things that would universally work.
Indeed. Shit, is Mac fighting a fisherman there? Go on, Mac. Knock him out.
What? No. He's part of the show here. It's the fish in a fight still.
Oh.
No. Mac, look out. Don't look up.
Mackie's got a very large fish.
That's the point. He's going to cook it for me.
Okay.
After I eat it.
That's alright then. I thought he was going to hit you with it, and well, that'd just be rude.
Fair enough.
That'd be terrible. It's a really nice fish.
Yeah.
The fisherman might be better described as a fish man.
What?
Yeah. Oh no, it's Shusha.
During Ozzy's, well, he'll probably wake up at some, well, like briefly, just so like, oh yeah, I gotta take my pills, yeah, he reaches for his stash, pulls out some pills, pops his painkillers, and falls back asleep. Which is a total mood.
Yeah. Where are you from, Mac?
Really good question that I'm going to have to go and look up.
Okay. No problem. I think I've got what we needed. What I've needed. Just like crunchy, wholesome goodness. Enough for everyone. Is there anything else anyone needs?
I mean, other than us going and having a look at the maintenance folk,
Oh yes, yeah.
we're all right.
That's an idea. I'll just send like a little message. I'll send a meme to Ozzy.
God. Oh no.
And it's just like some obscure, cringy joke, like in joke that only Ozzy and Ted would understand.
Just as he's falling asleep, he's communicating pings.
Yeah.
It's a cat meme.
The hell, Ted. Oh, I guess I'll take that as a sign they're going to do their maintenance stuff. When do I wake up? Because I don't want to stay out of the RP.
When you want to wake up.
He did say that like if he's still asleep by the time they do their thing, so yeah.
Yeah. I think we will say that you guys get the maintenance and repairs scheduled. You only will need to have the ship in dock for 2 days to get it repaired because it wasn't that badly damaged.
Oh, that's okay.
And you have plenty of space for the shields upgrade once you decide on them.
Sweet.
Would you like
How are we
to
gonna-
read down them?
How are we going to approach the subject of the cargo? Because We still have that fourth one to get.
Yeah.
You guys walk into your cafeteria in your ship, the mess hall, as it were.
Mhm.
And Ozzy probably is the last one to come in, having just woken up, and with a handful of painkillers in his hand, which he throws back as he comes stumbling out of his quarters. You have one more purchase worth of credits left.
So, was everything? How'd everybody do? Is everything taken care of?
Mostly, yes.
Yep. Maintenance, damage repair, and the shield sort of integration will take about 2 days.
2 days, huh? That's a lot of time to sit on my hands.
Yeah.
But
Well-
not really. We got to make the repairs first. But
Yeah. Well, we got a crew to see to it. So there was.
we are the crew. You talking about outside?
Yeah. I mean, like that was our actual maintenance crew with droids and shit.
Oh, I didn't.
So,
I,
on a
oh,
2 weeks.
I wasn't sure if they were able to do it with all the other ships around that are not also in disrepair.
You guys
I think-
have paid for priority and also been given, a note from the mayor to get your repairs speeded along.
Oh,
Yes.
well, if that's taken care of, then what now?
Here's your breakfast.
Oh, was it fruit, like I asked, or did you just give me something entirely different, like you usually do?
It's a deep
Don't answer that.
Oh,
Don't answer that. I already know.
We each got your bits.
You can have some of these. I just don't know if they'll be the sort of fruit you are after.
What kind of fruit is it?
Like,
Some more of those stupidly sweet melons.
Yeah, be a bit melons.
Melons. Like, nice coffee replacement there. What was that other thing again? Squid.
Deep fried bun.
Why am I? Oh my god! I'm almost reverting to my Red Dead character voice. I almost reverted. Oh my god!
Do it. It's fine.
No, my voice was
What's
trying to
that?
rebel.
Is it squid?
Where's my boy?
Oh god! Oh
Don't
boy.
you start.
Tuberculosis.
Jesus.
Oh goodness.
Luna
You,
will
Micah, you fucking asshole. What's up?
have sort of gotten her comm out and have been sending encrypted messages to Silpha to ensure that they know sort of that we've managed to sort of salvage what we could of the research and the like, and that the psionic presence is safely on its way to where it intended.
Okay. What do you say to the others regarding that?
Yeah.
If anything?
So, as you may have noticed during our time there on the station, I have done work with the ERC before. I mostly don't know what they're currently up to because I didn't have time at the original meeting with them and such that I could pledge to work on higher projects. It was more minor things, but I do have a friend who still works with them, and I'm just glad that they're not going to be in trouble thanks to it being us who went there rather than people who might get the wrong idea.
I
I
see.
don't feel like they deserve to be in trouble, if I'm honest.
Exactly, but unfortunately, certain folks think otherwise.
Well, be nice to make some more friends, because suppose we'll need it.
Yeah.
How do we contact them?
As long as I'm not pressed for time, I can divert my call through a few channels that I know that mean that it's going to be less easy for anyone to trace. If we wanted a direct line at all times, we'd probably have to buy something that's a little bit more black market, I think. And obviously we'd need more than one. We'd need at least a pair to be able to commune direct without any delays.
I see. Don't know much about. Suppose we'll have to do some shopping around. Is there any way we can help them in any sort of way, so they can help us?
I can ask what sort of supplies they're in need of, and perhaps we could drop some to at least a drop point for them so that while they're busy on projects, they're not having to also worry about being tailed.
I see. Well, you've been honest about this, so I'll trust you. It's just in the back of my head, I have to be honest myself. It's in the back of my head. I'm a little skeptical on meeting new or organizations I haven't interacted with. But that's just in the back of my mind. If you lived where I lived, you'd have that in your head as well.
That's understandable. I know that a lot of planets aren't quite as focused on ensuring the whole community is thriving as mine, and obviously meeting new groups that can have a power dynamic as well is always difficult.
Indeed. So I think it's best we like keep it on the down low, especially if like anybody QED or like even though we're getting on very well with the Confederation, like what they don't need to know can't hurt them.
Yes, and while my paper trail, as it were, would be exceptionally minimal, I don't exactly plan on broadcasting that I'm able to get in contact with them to the wider area. It's just because we're doing no harm doesn't mean some people might think otherwise.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So,
So
but
go on.
this potential drop point. Is that something you still need to find out, or where would we deliver the cargo?
I can request a list of things that are most needed and get them to tell us at least the nearest to us drop point, so that we're not having to suddenly go everywhere just for this.
Okay.
I spent most of my time working with them sort of cloistered inside, so I unfortunately don't know a lot of the destinations.
Well, having been around the area myself, I'm sure I can assist with. I mean, being my line of work, you tend to travel a little bit, so I can help you find places if you need to.
I'll get in contact with Silpha.
That'd be good.
Do that, and if you have time, since we're 2 days and I'd like to talk to you in private about this stuff that's going on with my head.
Of course.
Because it's more to do with that psychic thing that happened.
Yes, it's possible that your species have latent psionic potential, and, well, after experiencing a blast like we did, I can imagine you're feeling quite mixed up.
Well, my head practically split open.
Yes.
If it wasn't for Doc Theo over there, and his nanomachine, son,
Oh yes, the nanomachine, son.
nanomachine, son. If it wasn't for those nanomachines, or his nanobots, well, I'd probably be killed over by now.
Then I will be sure to put some time aside for you, and ensure that my space is inviting enough. I don't exactly want you to come in and be potentially bombarded by stimuli just because that's how I enjoy the room.
Understood. Well, I'm definitely going to definitely going to knock, before I enter.
That is wise.
He just goes into
Yeah,
the
that's a
room.
good idea.
He's just slapped with a bunch of feel good energy. He's like,
He's never felt like this before.
he walks in. Oh God, what is that sensation? Oh my God! Oh.
It's called being relaxed.
God, it's
I think if Ozzy bloody managed to get himself relaxed, he'd spontaneously combust.
I don't have time for all this
You
hippie
might just
stuff.
melt.
All these hippies in there relaxing.
Like it's the tension that's keeping his body together.
Yeah.
Just fall to bits and then start melting.
His muscles relax, his joints come out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why he wants to get upgraded.
That's true. Okay. All right. So Lillian, you put the call through, and get some information about what would be needed and where it could be dropped off. After a little bit of back and forth, you get a time and a place. The place being, what is it fucking called? In orbit of Phobos. And the time being in 2 days from now, which is just after you are able to leave. Phobos, of course, is in this system. It will take you very little time to get there.
Yes. Luna will obviously let the rest of the crew know. And will put together a sort of sheet of where's best to purchase from that would leave us the smallest trail of our purchases as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you and you, Tad, and Ozzy do some work together, trying to figure out the best places and kind of making sure that you don't order huge amounts from any single supplier, but get a little bit, and then also making sure that it all goes into your secret compartment, so you don't have to have it go through customs or anything like that.
Yeah.
Don't suppose.
It's mainly
suppose.
food, reactor fuel, and research equipment. Sorry, go on.
I don't suppose I could use that Bloodhound ability, could I? Well, I mean, it's on Europe. I don't really want to. I mean, I'm not really hunting a bounty right now, but I'm just really.
I mean, you could look at what bounties are available.
Yeah, I mean, I do have that Bloodhound ability, but it's like I'm not really. To get info on a bounty, but it's like that's like general at this point because bounties can be like whatever.
Quest target.
Yeah, so I guess the bounty would just have to be somebody I'll be hunting. So, I guess while we're doing that, I mean, if he has like if there's like an extra bit of time in there, I'll see the bounty board just so I can get some leads, just to have leads. So, I guess I'll roll my bounty hunting ability move. Just because obviously it just gives me it just gives me leads, really mechanically.
Yeah.
Just gives me leads. Yeah.
I mean,
So,
it's a useful thing that you should do when you have the chance, but also you can't just spam it. So
yeah.
feel free to do it. At least once an episode or when you arrive somewhere new.
Okay. So all right. So I roll volatile. Okay. And I don't have advantage on this. I do have 3 in my volatile. Let's hopefully get something good. I do get something good.
That's why you're volatile.
I get 2 leads, and
That
and I
is
can
a
use those-
12, which is a very good success.
yeah. So I have a grand total of 3 leads. because I had one left over.
That
somewhere.
is very good. I think using that, you could say that there is a bounty on Tad and then turn him in.
Yeah. I'll hold on to the leads. Like I can use them. I can use them pretty much almost any time to say anybody who has a bounty on them. But I want to make sure it's reasonable and makes sense.
Yes,
Yeah. Because yeah.
I would appreciate that. But
Yeah.
I mean,
Because I don't want to go
also,
to a
you know,
random planet.
it is collaborative, so you know, sometimes you can just give me a prompt, and I have to come up with something for it. But yeah. I mean, hell, you could even if you used one of your prompts to ask a question of does this person, oh, who has a bounty on them? I could tell you someone, and then you could use two of your things to ask the question, what do they have a bounty for? And then answer it yourself and say for assisting the quarantine, for assisting the Earth Reclamation Society.
Oh.
Then you've created an ally using your deeds.
Well, hell, wow. I gotta stop trying to revert to this. I gotta like clear out my throat and gotta go to Southern. It keeps coming back.
It's alright. Alright, it is now almost 9, so why don't we take a 10-minute break?
Mhm.
And then after this, we will do the actual downtime activities.
Yes.
All right. There's a lot to do.
Yes.
Now, it's up to you if you want to, like, I will let you, for your scenes, decide if you are doing your activity while you are on your way to get your ass to Mars, or while you are back here on Europa. It's entirely up to you if you want to do it on the ship or on the planet. And of course, each of you gets one scene, and there are 3 options. Plus, you can just make shit up.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we will be back in 10.
All right.
See you soon.
I need some tea. Actually, I'd probably go for coffee. I am
Oh, yes.
flagging. It sucks.
I'm going to get a chai latte.
Mm.
Yeah. Right, I'll be back soon.
Okay. So
I've just seen what you put in your Gora's Cursed Corner. That is fucking horrible.
wow. It's time for you to decide what you're going to do on your downtime.
Cry.
Each player describes how they spend their downtime and shows a short scene or vignette related to such. Someone can ask you some questions about your downtime. If you work on a personal project, mark a tick. If you confront a crew member with a grievance or disagreement, you can each write a hook if you like. If you spend time getting closer to another crew member, you can choose to heal one's stress or have advantage going forwards.
Oh.
Downtime scenes do not count towards your debt or your maintenance. They are free.
Whee!
All right. All right. Okay.
Who has a concrete idea for what they want?
I do, but I'll let other people go first if you like.
I also have an idea. But I don't. I'll let somebody who. Because I think what I'm probably gonna do is gonna take. I wouldn't. It's not gonna take a long time, but it's like I got the whole thing. It's probably gonna be a thing, a little thing. I'm more than happy to just go later. Because what Ozzy's going to do, he'll for the meantime, until that conversation with Luna or whatever happens, he will. I'll let some people get some time to do what they plan to do, and I'll just have Ozzy just temporarily in the meantime, until that moment, just look up some bounties, do some like record some stuff in his captain's log. Some Star Trek stuff.
I don't particularly have anything concrete planned. It will probably vary depending on what else happens.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I've got something in mind. Like Saddle wants to have a private chat with Luna, sort of thing. You
A chat with Luna's privates. Sorry,
yes.
what?
Yes. We need to describe it in graphic detail. I hope everyone's okay with the graphic descriptions of Cunnilingus. I'm joking. I'm
going to get unverified by Twitch.
Oh god. Yeah. Hey there. There better not be any fucking feats.
She's a moth. She has 6 of them.
Oh god.
And they're all fluffy.
3 of them, man. 4 of them.
So
What if her feelers are hands instead?
Well,
Just intensely buff arms for feelers.
Or just like arms sticking out of your head.
Yeah.
some kind of anime thing, but
Oh god, yeah.
understand it.
yeah.
Alright, do you want to do that one first then?
Yeah,
Can do.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
Where does this take place?
In one of our private quarters.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a pile of Tad's stolen clothing. Oh, no, sorry. Mac's stolen clothing.
Yeah. I'll remove my pants from my from my
Oh, God.
pocket and just chuck it in a pile.
You're already going there?
Oh no, I've still got my trousers on.
Oh,
Just the ones
Oh.
that I put in my pocket from earlier when we were speaking to Ozzy. I forgot I had them in
wearing,
there.
two, wearing 2 pairs of pants there?
Yeah. So, how are you doing?
I'm okay. I mean, a little shaken by recent events, but, well, I'm out here to experience things, so that was definitely an experience.
I admire your optimism on things. How do you think Ozzy and Mac are like taking things? Ozzy seemed a little bit shook up from his encounter with the thing. I don't know about yourself.
I think in some ways it hits him harder because his mind isn't already able to commune with such things. And, well, it can be devastating to have a psionic attack on a being who has no defences, so it is understandable that it has left him a little run ragged. No, it's like having something crash into the ship without any sense of an atmosphere bubble on it. The damage is going to be harsh, but recoverable. It's simply
Yeah.
a case of measuring how much it affected him and, well, if need be, prescribing something that will ease the discomfort and perhaps open his mind a little to the psionics so that his body can adjust and learn to process it.
I just worry that it, between you and me, it, I love the man to bits. He's like not not my blood, but he's my brother from like another mother. Like, do you have that saying where you come from?
Not
Sister from another.
quite, but I understand the sentiment behind it.
Yeah, kin from another pod. Oh, I don't know how you word it. I'm not entirely familiar with your customs, but I digress. Like, just we've been through a lot together, and like he's like possibly like my best mate. I just worry that it's such a big sort of responsibility. I know that he's been through a lot. I'm not sure if that kind of responsibility would like damage his mind a bit.
I mean, it is possible, but at the same time, with his species' resilience and his own resilience as a general thing, albeit a lot of it is fueled by denial and fear, it is still a protective mechanism, and I think he will be alright. It's just, well, it's a lot. And he was hurt quite bad, so he's having to mend both body and mind.
Buddy. Saddle look a little bit sort of confused by that.
Well, you saw the blood coming from his eyes and such, yes?
Oh, at the yeah, at the thingy, um, at the obelisk.
Yes, the whole experience was quite the shock to the system for him, and I suppose even with the little he knows of me from things, seeing me, I suppose, snap back like I did is, well, it's unusual, as it were, and unexpected, so that will have not aided his shock in the situation. I know that I can be passionate about things a little overzealously, and one as held back as him will clash with a person like I.
Yeah.
But he seems a good man, and hopefully with time he can come to understand that when I stand up to him and such, it is not from any place of undermining his leadership or the like. It is
Oh no, he needs.
worry for his well-being.
Oh, he does need telling sometimes. He's I think he's definitely one of those people who are their own worst enemies. I just wish they'd be
Perhaps.
open.
I-
Wish they'd be more open. So sorry. Sorry, I'm bloody. I've come to ask about you, and I'm just complaining about. Not complaining. I'm just like fishing out my anxieties about me pals, about my pal. Just oh,
Two of Luna's hands will come to rest on his shoulders, while the other two will sort of clasp his hands between hers.
yeah. Oh, wait, like sort of like nudges, like sort of lean his head into her abdomen.
Mm.
Like if she stood above him, just like lean his head into like her abdomen or
Yeah.
like her chest sort of thing, and just go. What do I do about you?
I don't
Oh,
understand what you mean.
um, sorry. I'm just thinking out loud. Never mind.
Are you sure? I mean, I don't know your species' customs, but well, you have been giving me confusing signals.
I don't mean to like. I bloody like I sell myself to meet other people's needs, but I never think of my own.
Yes, and those are important too.
Yeah.
I know that it is not exactly my place, but if you do need a confidant in any manner, I am more than happy to aid, and
Yeah.
you know that while I do not understand everything that behind your actions and words at times, I do not believe that you are doing things for reasons that don't make sense, sort of thing, you know? I feel that what you do is the only way you can process it.
I'd hope that you'd. I'd hope that the bare bones of our interactions you'd understand.
Well,
In a manner of speaking.
Well, I mean, I understand some, yes, but some of your behaviour has led towards simply the idea of just people indulging in enjoyment for enjoyment's sake. But,
And getting paid for it.
well, yes,
Well-
but at the same time, other behaviours have signalled as if you wish to court me, and it is hard to understand, especially when, well, if I were to signal back, you wouldn't understand anyway. But
I think it's one of those things that are lost in translation, isn't it?
perhaps, and
He kind of just sags off, like leans back and looks up at like sort of squeezing their hands a little tightly, like sort of maybe like lightly tapping his feet on her feet.
mm,
Yeah, I guess so. But like, I hope you understand, like, because you've been a confidant, because you've listened to my issues, you've not judged, and you've still given me that. That's why I've not charged you like since that first time.
well, to be fair, eh, I think the first time, technically, I had already paid for by removing that bullet, had I not?
Yeah, I suppose. Still got
Hey.
that. Oh,
Yes, you did give me quite a fright, though. I suppose I can't be too mad because it gave me the push to finally give up on that place and accept that working in a tiny clinic like that was not what I needed.
it was all gonna turn into a big Starbucks anyway.
Yes.
A big space Starbucks.
Uh,
Well,
I must admit, though, when you came rushing through that door, I did not exactly expect it to lead me to this sort of a situation. I was partially confused and partially ready to inject you with some sort of neurotoxin out of fear you were a threat. It's a good job we handled that quickly.
it is. You've to be honest, I've developed a bit of a it would have depended on the type of neurotox. I've developed a bit of a resistance to. It doesn't matter. You don't need to know about that.
Mm.
So, would you like some company tonight?
I wouldn't say no. Is it what you wish for? Or is it simply what you think that I wish for? If it is simply you feeling obligated in some manner,
No.
perhaps in sort of wishing to pay me back, as it were, you do not have to.
You've got such a way of oh, just fucking come here, and like just stands up and gives Luna a kiss after bloody confusing him, and then sort of fades to black, and like at the like I'd imagine the camera pans away to the crack in the door. Black's looking through. Matt, get out of here! Either join in or get out of here.
Mac is
Just
like trying to fix the whole.
Either join in or get out of here.
Some welding it shut.
Yeah, and yeah, that's my scene.
Alright.
We just like after they fade into black, like they're just like bloody having a bit of a cuddle sort of thing. kind of like Mass Effect.
All right.
Yeah.
What's Mac doing before I do my stuff?
I think that is with the ship running smoothly for once, and been recently repaired and maintained and serviced. I think he's going to go work on the first project. Was ages ago now, but he wanted to work on some body armor that's a little bit more discreet. Because he's like 7'8" of bipedal grizzly bear, and people do tend to notice him walk into a room. And walking into a room covered in heavy duty armor, he doesn't like the impression that he suspects he gives off.
Yeah. He ends up looking like the hired muscle when he's just a clumsy bear general. And yes, indeed, you have begun to combine a portable shield generator with your body armor.
Some lightweight plating that you can sort of tuck inside it.
Indeed.
Maybe just a leather jacket or something that doesn't look grossly threatening.
Precisely, you want to have a concealable, less obvious, less clunky version of the body armor.
Exactly.
Do you have any notes on how many ticks you have left?
You'd said that it was a case of get a shield generator, which would do so.
Yeah.
Chief. Yeah. And from there on, it would be a 1 tick.
Okay.
Check.
Then you can do it now. So what does it look like? How does it function?
I think it basically just looks like a jacket. So something that wouldn't be enormously out of place on a cold back street at night anyway.
Right. Does it have like the wiring kind of exposed on the inside of the jacket, so you can like see that it's got some tech to it, but only when you're not wearing it? Or is it all concealed?
I think it would conceal it as much as possible.
Oh yeah.
It's entirely possible that there's a control.
Except for the USB port for charging.
Yeah. USB ports in one of the pockets.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
I like the idea. Maybe there's sort of I included it in the portrait I did actually. I like the idea of a light strip around the back of the collar.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Definitely.
A dim but visible LED. It's just sort of wrapped around the back of the neck.
So describe what it's like when you're testing this new development.
I think this is just sort of figures it should work, drapes it over the back of a chair and shoots it.
Fair.
Okay, and then what happens?
I hear gunshots.
Is this version 0.9? And it doesn't go quite as smoothly as you like, or is it version 1.1 and it's perfect, and perhaps you get a little bit of blowback.
I think there's a few occasions of sort of adjusting the field to be appropriate to the size of the jacket. I think the first time round it's probably about 2 feet out when it realizes that you actually can't get close to this thing.
Yeah, exactly.
When it's active, has to remotely deactivate it again, and then it's too small, so there ends up being a hole on the shoulders because there was sort of 3 inches around the outside where it wasn't protected. But after a while, sort of builds in a few coils round the edges of it, which help guide the the force field into place. It stays constrained within a couple of inches of the surface of the jacket, at least. And yes, Ozzy probably is occasional gunshot.
The first time you turn it on, there's a short circuit and you can't turn it off. You have to wait till the power runs out. Because the power switch gets stuck on.
You'll probably get a message on the intercom from Ozzy, like an intercom that goes directly to a specific room, maybe. Doc, you all right? I heard some shots down there.
What? No. Just micrometeorites. No, don't worry about it. It's completely designed to say that kind of thing.
Hit the intercom. Shit, what was that? I heard shots. Are we under attack?
No, just dropped a few ball bearings down the access shaft.
Well, those didn't sound like dropping ball bearings. I've heard guns shoot before. I'm a bounty hunter. You all right? You're not hurt, are you?
I'm fine. I'm just doing spot of target practice, let's call it.
I know they say that, making sure one's equipment works is good and all, but maybe not firing guns in small rooms.
That's why I'm using the cargo bay. It is reinforced. It will take this kind of thing. Probably.
It's gonna ricochet and hit one of the people working on the ship.
Oh my ass!
Well, so as long as you're all right down there. God damn it! I did it again. The accent.
Don't worry about it. It works.
He's not Southern though. He's not from Earth. He's from a planet that's not real.
As the Ninth Doctor said, lots of planets have a north. Actually, I can barely. Yeah, exactly. I can barely hear any. I can't hear any fucking southern twang in there. So just don't worry about it.
It was like I felt my voice going for the twang a little bit. It's like I kept my voice kept lowering. I'm like this, and it's like.
He's a gruff guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, kind of inconsistent. I try to keep it low, but if I go in a gruff like this, knuckle like my character. But
If you want to can't get rid of them, at least one chance.
Hello, mistake.
2 years playing that one.
El gato.
Theo, your accent changed.
Why are his ears pointier now?
Just something I'm watching on the holovid. Some silly drama thing, I don't know.
Right. Yeah, so you can note this down. You have whatever you want to call it, I guess. Like a shielded jacket, perhaps.
Yeah. This might be something you choose to try and make more of in future, but obviously I'm going to need material.
What was that? You're kind of hard to hear.
I might look at making more of these in the future, because I suspect it would be generally useful for the whole crew to be less conspicuous.
Yes.
But obviously that needs time and resources.
Indeed. Yes. Alright, so who would like to be next? So I was just thinking about grenades. Delicious.
So, alright. So it's, I guess, come to me. First off,
It's come to this.
Come to the. I do have that question to ask,
After all,
and I have a couple questions, so I only get one. But I have a couple questions I had in my mind. I just got to settle on which one to ask. Which and this will be this. I bet you this will be like retroactive.
Yeah.
For the question. Okay, so on one hand, I just need to do a quick out loud debate with myself. On one hand, I could ask about what the hell that maybe what like wondering out loud what the hell that thing was or what that belonged to regarding that artifact, or I can ask something about the mysterious leader of the Grimcrest Company. So both mysterious. His mind's going to be hyper fixated because I imagine we'll at some point in the future we'll discover more of the other thing. So his brain is kind of hyper fixated on the Grimcrest stuff a little bit. So he just asked himself, I wonder who. Can't get it out of my mind. I can't. Who the hell is Gordrock? Who the hell is he? Or they, whatever. They, he, she, whatever they are.
Okay.
Hell, nobody's ever seen their face. Nobody. And this is whatever. Make up whatever you want. I don't mind.
Yeah.
You oh, you know what? Okay, you get a brief vision, and have you seen Wardock at all? Like, obviously, you've not seen his face. Or that.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that thing I DM'd you about?
I have
about
it
what happened
in my notes.
Okay, yeah. So, not maybe it wouldn't seen them. He wouldn't have seen them like directly. He wouldn't have known what they look like. Just heard that indistinct voice.
Okay.
Hello?
No, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Malice is yelling at me, which is distracting, and I'm trying to think of this.
You're back in assert dominance.
Wardrock is secretly Malice this whole time.
Oh no, Malice was all the big bads.
Yeah. There's a reason she's called Malice. So, yes, you do get a vision of some of the people who you met from Grimcrest, and as you are seeing them, you kind of see that they are being communicated to via a nest of terminals. There are monitors everywhere, and amidst a nest of wires that connect them together is a hunched creature wearing a hooded cloak. There is a bandolier of wicked-looking blades wrapped over it, and across the face is a gauzy veil. Would you like to peer under the veil?
Sure.
Okay,
do
roll
it.
plus alien.
Oh boy.
It was Tad all along.
Tad's going to be dead if that's true.
No.
8. Okay.
8, partial success. Okay, choose 2.
What's this under?
This is Assaulted by the Abyss. Would you like to have to roll keep your cool at disadvantage, be scarred by your experience, figuratively or literally, allowing you to write a hook about it, or the Abyss Stares Back will ask you a question.
I'm going to run with Scarred, but I'll keep that in the back. I'll write that in my personal notes so I can keep it as a potential hook. I want to go with Scarred, and I want to go with the Abyss Stares Into You part.
Are you sure?
Was it Scarred really bad?
No? Alright, are you sure that these are the options that you want?
Oh, you make it sound like something bad's gonna happen.
Of course something bad is going to happen. You're being assaulted by the Abyss.
Oh, that's true. All right, yeah, let's run with it. He's already screwed up. Let's make him screwed up some more. Let's do it. Let's tack on the misery. Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. So you want the Abyss Stares Into You, ask one question from the Abyss Stares Back, and you are scarred by your experience. You can write a hook about it. Alright. You see this veiled figure, and you try and see through because the only light in this room is the soft glow from some of these cables, which are glowing like fiber optics, and the glare from the monitors that are arranged in kind of a semicircle high up on the walls ahead of you, or well, at this point behind you, because Wardock is looking up at them, and you are looking at Wardock. You can see 2 blind, lidless eyes, kind of almost like fish eyes, that peer back but are unseeing. And a third eye above has a piercing ring of gold around a pitch black pupil. It's a very large eye, probably about the size of your fist. It takes up most of the face. There is no nose, but there is a wide mouth, and you can see a couple of fanged teeth poking out from underneath. And to either side of this face are 2 wide fin-like apparatus, and swirling colors pulsate around them hypnotically. And as you are peering through this veil, you can see the eye twitches from looking at the monitors and looks directly at you.
Oh shit.
It's not the Abyss that's going to be asking the questions.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
There is a reason that it is said that one look from Wardock is enough to make people beg for mercy.
and that this guard is definitely going to tie into there. So what's the question?
In what way is Ozzy's mind and soul vulnerable?
Oh shit. Probably anything regarding his family. That is, no matter what. Well, actually, his daughter's not dead. I made that deliberately clear, and well, it says in his backstory. So, like, if anything, he knows about his daughter and something. His husband's dead. His mother's dead. So the only thing he has right now that he needs to find is his daughter. So his daughter would be his big vulnerability point. Big vulnerability.
Okay. You feel this creature reach into your mind and pluck your fears directly out. You feel immensely violated, and you awaken essentially having a panic attack. And every time you close your eyes, you see its face again.
Oh.
You are absolutely certain that it knows exactly where you are right now. And it knows that it saw you. Or that you saw it. And that it knows that it has leverage against you.
Oh. This got insane. Okay.
Well, I asked if you were sure.
yeah. I like how they suddenly just skyrocketed. So I imagine that he was keeping that deep buried after he woke up having that discussion, and while he's in his office, he just closes his eyes for a brief second, and he sees the face, and he is reminded of what happened, and he just has a near panic attack again. So, and after that reminder, he stands up abruptly, paces a bit, and because he knows this is bad. And on the intercom, he says, everybody, gather in the bridge. I have something I need to bring up something. It's important. Immediately important.
Okay.
Okay.
And I guess he makes his way to the bridge. And when Ozzy will probably be there first, but when everybody else gets there, they'll see him pacing back and forth, worried, almost panicking a bit. This is kind of uncharacter, like out of character what he's usually like, just like he's usually kind of out of character what he's usually like, rather than his grave, like, or rather his like sort of stoic-ish self.
Is everything all right?
What's up?
I wish I knew. I wish it was all right, but when I went to sleep, something happened. I had this dream, this vision. Do you remember when I brought up? Remember when I mentioned Grimcrest?
Mm-hmm.
Vaguely.
I saw the vision of its leader. This the Grimcrest Company, what they did when I was back in the Palikuta district on Iate, I tried to track them down. They were kidnapping, killing people, and just causing havoc and causing fear in the district. What they did, and then I come home one day. My husband, my daughter, my mother were taken by them. I tried to find them. I started panicking. I went out on my way, looked everywhere. I tried to track down the Grimcrest, who I didn't know who they were at the time. And when I had a lead, it turned out to be a trap, and they captured me, and they did unspeakable things to me. I was flayed, I was mutilated, eviscerated, brought to near death, then revived, and to have it repeated on me again. But
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to
and
interrupt. My dog just fell off my lap.
uh-oh.
He's okay. He's okay.
Oh, okay. And the worst part of it all, they had my husband. I'm not going to repeat what they did to him. They killed him in front of my eyes. Since then, I've been broken. They killed my mother the same way, and I think they have my daughter. She's still alive. They said I would never see her again, but she's still alive. I can feel it. And the worst part, the leader, he knows where we are. He knows where I am. And I've seen his face, and I cannot unsee their face.
How does he know who we are?
I don't know. But he sure knows who I am. Because he was the last voice I heard before I found myself back in the streets of Palikuta. And that was when I went to find you. That's why I seemed a little bit distraught when I met up with you, Ted. And that's why I wanted to get off the planet. But,
A little bit distraught is a hell of an understatement. I've never seen anyone as just in that state before.
And I know that I don't particularly approve of violence, but anything I can do to help, I will.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
I want everybody to be very careful regarding Wardrock. He did something. He did something to me. Not just when I woke from when I got revived one last time after he killed my husband and my mother. I can't explain it. I crumpled. It's like I tried to stand up to him, and all I felt was this immense fear just weighing down on me like it's an immeasurable weight of fear. And in the moment I saw his face in my vision, I felt that same fear. So I put you all in danger, and I didn't. This is the last thing I wanted to happen.
Well,
Tad's knuckles are white.
I know it's hard to believe, but I will do anything I can to find ways to defend us against whatever strengths this man may have.
Well, it seems that he's capable of, in one way or another, affecting somebody's mind.
Then I will have to try and find a way of amplifying my power to protect yours. And by yours, I mean all of you.
I might need some help with my head stuff, because
Of course, and I will do anything I can to help you both recover from what's happened recently and anything lingering that may have been done. The fuck? Okay.
Okay.
I thought I saw like a police light go by, but no idea what it was.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh, they're mad too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
What species?
What was that?
No species.
What species is he? I don't know. All I saw was they had a bandaged face. They had a third eye, and two of their eyes was like blinded looking, like
They had
right.
two large blind eyes, one large third eye above them, no nose, very wide mouth with fangly teeth, and two fin-like, I suppose you could call them ears, but they're probably not used for hearing, on the sides of its head.
Does that description ring any bell?
Do you have biology as one of your expertise subjects?
I have medicine, biology, and alien physiology.
Then yes. Roll plus calculating. You'll get something either way. Oh, malice.
Nice.
Oh yeah, very good. Okay, since you've already asked the question, that would only really be a very rare species who were created as a weapon about 500 years ago in a war that preceded the unification of the Confederation of Species. They were used as kind of black ops soldiers to intimidate politicians and important figures like generals, anyone who had like a lot of media power or clout, and they were used to sway public opinion, often by blackmail. They have psionic capabilities, and are extremely rare. What was that?
Main form.
Centers.
CNT. CNT.
Like that.
Center.
SCINTER.
Well, down.
It's
All right.
great.
Hmm?
We're going up against something that's been genetically engineered to be rather unpleasant.
You've heard of it before?
It's Cinta. One that has psionic abilities, which might explain tend to people to freeze and panic around them.
That explains the rumors. That is nothing I've ever experienced before. Before then, or even after. He's gonna use my daughter as leverage, and I tried to keep all this a secret, hidden, 'cause I didn't want to risk them coming after. But I suppose it was inevitable at this point. But not they weren't coming after me, and I was just waiting for an opportunity to find my daughter. Because I couldn't do it on my own. That is partially why I want help from allies, but at the same time, I was just afraid to drag everybody else into it, because the Grimcrest company and Ordrock are just, they're brutal beyond any measure.
Well, at least, I suppose, thanks to Mac, we know about their species, and I'm sure that it might take time, but I might be able to finagle together something that would allow us to be modified to their particular frequencies, at least. But it will take a lot for me to figure it out, especially when they're so rare.
I just hope we'll be equipped. I just hope we can beat them. Because I see that face and I can't get it out of my head. I see his face, like,
if we ever get back to, or when we eventually do get back to Yate, I'll see if I can. I'll have a chat. Put the feelers out there, see if anyone knows anything, at least for an initial kind of lead.
at this
No
rate,
doubt.
I'm not in any position to protest. So I'll take all the help I can get.
Good, because you're not protesting this. I'm gonna fucking help you. I'm gonna help you fucking kill this douche.
Indeed.
You understand that? This isn't some fucking one man crusade. Like your family were my family as well. Like I loved them all to bits. I was at your bloody wedding and everything. And I'm not going to take no as an answer. If you do tell me that we're gonna have issues, but I'd hope you trust me well enough to accept my help on this.
No, I trust you. We've known each other for a long time. Just, I mean, it's out of the bag now. So, and there was no way I was going to be able to keep this a secret because, and now, because once he figured out where I'm at, well, I had no choice but to tell people. I had no choice but to tell you. Because I didn't want to, because if I continued to keep that a secret, they would have found us and none of us would have been prepared. And to be honest, I want to be prepared this time. I want to make sure this gets put to rest. I want to make sure we know exactly what we're getting into. Because before, I went in blind. Now, I'm going to make sure we know exactly who we're dealing with. And I would appreciate all the help that you can offer.
Good lad. Like, you can see Tad's eyes are kind of welling up a little bit. Like, just bloody puts an hand on your shoulder. And just fucking grips it tightly, just like in a way to sort of let us in on these serious and trying to be fucking supportive.
He'll pat his arm and I forgot to describe that Ozzy did take a seat, and kind of like slump over a little bit with his like hands on his head, a little bit, and when he feels Tad's hand, he'll just relax a little bit and pat him on the arm. What mess? What was this? Such a mess. This is such a mess.
Mess it may
Sorry.
be, but that doesn't mean we'll leave you to face this alone.
Definitely.
That means a lot to me. It really does.
Sensing that we rather don't want to hang around this. If you think this person knows where we are,
Well, he knows where I am at least. I don't think he knows you. I don't think he knows. Oh, yeah. Well, if there's one thing we can keep him, we can potentially catch him off guard. Is he doesn't know that Tad's here. He doesn't know that you are here. He doesn't know, especially doesn't know that Dr. Luna's here.
Then we'll use what skills we have between us to ensure that if he ever does decide to crawl out of whatever hole he lives in, we're forearmed and forewarned.
Was that a joke? Just because you said forearms.
Not intentionally, though. I do mean forewarned. I can get glimpses of where someone is with my psionics. But obviously, messing about with watching people from distance like that and such, it can be taxing.
Is it safe when they're also in that zone?
I believe so. It's just, I suppose they're slightly more likely to be aware of a sense of being watched, but not knowing where it's from.
I think at this point, anything we did in the near future would be very quickly done. I think it would be extremely suspicious if I was this guy and I suddenly felt like I was being, like, an hour after this incident. I would think, oh, that's what's going.
Yes, I will let the heat die down a little, as it were, before I even try. I do not wish to be bringing further attention to us with the knowledge that you have someone who is psionic. Plus, if my research goes well, I may be able to produce some things that can aid us and give us an unforeseen element.
Would be useful.
Could you, with this newfound psionic potential I seem to have now, do you think you could sort of show me how to, in the event somebody pushes their mind into my own mind, would there be a possible way I could potentially reverse that?
I can try my best to help you learn to, yes. It is not exactly a perfected art, even to the best of us. It is mostly driven by our instinct, warring with, obviously, the knowledge we have. So it is a tricky thing, but I'm sure that I can at least get you more in touch with your psionic potential to see what sort of defences it gives you naturally, and hopefully help you at least have a chance of resisting.
Oh, it would be very useful. And then, knowing myself, it's once you show me how to do some of that, I'll try to hone it to be able to effectively use it.
Just be careful with it, because it can be very linked to your emotional state, and if you over practice, your emotions are more likely to flood it, and that can result in less than pleasant mistakes. There has been more than one occasion where I have used it to try and calm someone or the like, and instead have perhaps due to the stress essentially given them the equivalent of a smack round the head with it. which I suppose stopped them from being aggressive, but only because they were unconscious. They did not
And,
help that this was
Oh,
at a dinner
no.
party.
And you mentioned before about is it still in character?
Mhm.
You mentioned before when you had the discussion with me in my quarters, regarding you said something about weapons that can be tailored to somebody's biology, I suppose.
Hmm.
Would that would I be able to pursue something like that?
It is possible. It would take a little bit of work on both our parts. Finding the right thing, crossbreeding it correctly, and helping it symbiose with you. But I think it would be possible.
Hmm. Then
Was
no, go ahead. I was just thinking. Go ahead.
Question, Luna. I
Mhm.
know that your interests are more in fixing, improving, or augmenting people via genetic alteration.
Mhm.
If you've got enough information about species, can you find ways to tailor things that would, let's say, turn them off? Or, here's what I'm thinking. These are, Ozzy refers to it as it is an engineered weapon.
Hmm.
This is whatever its career goals, whether it's personality. We have an engineered or it is not unusual to go a kill switch.
It
Especially public knowledge,
is. I
but
mean,
with enough information.
with enough knowledge of them and their genome and things like that. I mean, obviously, the more specifically tailored to that individual, the better. But a generic could be potentially produced to have less savoury effects and influences.
Not that I'm a fan of taking the aggressive path. I think this one might take a very path less. Don't feel
Yes.
like an awful lot.
There are cases where we have used certain uh, normally plants and the like to help nudge something towards different behaviours, and if tied to the correct markers within DNA, it can have quite the mm, hefty half-life and manipulative effect.
Why would it turn its psionics off?
It is.
Just putting it out there.
It could work.
Obviously, we'd have to get physically close.
Hmm.
I'm just wondering if you could cook up something
I can
that would
definitely
disable
try.
it that way.
I mean, for something short term, I'm pretty certain I could, with obviously adequate research, find a way. But obviously, with such a rare species, we would not have any physical data to go off until the time where we act with it. It would all be hypotheticals, which,
I can do a search on medical information, but I don't know how much will be out there. There's not a lot of these things around,
yes.
so are probably kept very quiet and secret.
Yes, I will definitely. I'm definitely open to working with you on this to try and find a way for us to integrate a way to temporarily disable them.
And then I will work on my head stuff, and I'll keep my feelers out because I still, despite all this, I still have my talents in finding people and, well, I'm bounty hunter, yeah. But
Between your talent for hunting down the less savoury and details on them, and Tad having the sort of connections he has, I think between the four of us, we do stand a good chance of being able to put some sort of plan into action.
I just want to be able to put
So,
Wardrock into the ground for good.
we just need a starting point now.
Yeah.
Well, where would that be? Do you think? Well,
I think
the
if we did
Earth
a IATE, oh, sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say, do you think through it? And I don't want to bring them into this because they don't know. I wouldn't want to bring them in this with it, but do you think Earth reclamation could be of some help to us in some manner? Even not directly, because I wouldn't want them to directly, because
I mean, they do have scientists who work in various fields, and obviously have a habit of putting bases on places that are perhaps a little more dangerous than most would, because obviously you can get away with more that way. It is possible that in return for doing favours for them, we can filch a few things here and there, or even at times use sort of old bases of theirs that have been abandoned as shelter.
Good to have safe houses off the beaten track.
And I won't pretend, some of them in the organisation are a little eccentric. So no doubt there'll be more than one who is, a doomsday survivor or the like. It comes with the territory of trying to fix problems that are so vast, I think.
Doomsday survivor? You mean like your entire species?
Roomba. Roomba, that was very rude.
Zarumba made an
Beep beep. I mean, I was going to say that the white noise earlier that you asked Roomba to produce for Ozzy's sleep was just it cleaning his room.
Oh, that's cozy. Well, what's that? That's a cozy sound. Oh, sleeping.
It's all fun and games until it accidentally inhales a sock.
Oh no! Just hear it bumping into walls.
Yeah. Accidentally gets tangled in the power cable for a light or something.
Let's let's hope Tad doesn't put a knife on it.
True.
Just tape a gun to it or something.
Well, let's be honest. At some point, Luna is definitely going to sit and use her silk to make it a scarf or something, or some sort of little mascot outfit.
Have your pet just sit on it while
Yeah.
it goes about. Yeah, but yeah. So do you this plan to help the block the psionics against us? Would that be a way for him to not track me?
Potentially, it would give at least a measure of protection, but obviously would be something I'd have to work on to be able to get us adequately protected.
You might need to find another Thinter to use as a genetic template,
Yeah.
which is in and of itself not going to be easy.
Yeah. To start with, Luna would simply work on something minor that could sort of work as a very rudimentary basic block based off her knowledge of species with psionics, but know that obviously something that was genetically engineered to be a powerful psionic will have an easy enough time of fighting against it, but it'd be better than sort of nothing.
From what you know, these have been, or from what you and Mac know, with your combined knowledge, these were created for a very specific purpose. They do not have, untold psychic potential. They have specific psychic powers that they use for a specific purpose.
They're very good at the one thing they're good at.
Or at least a couple of things that they're good at.
Yeah.
And that would be all and end all for like knowing information. I know everything now.
Yeah, my ultimate goal is to end up being Kamehameha somebody.
So, unlike Lillian, they can't tell the future, they can't heal things with magic. Well, psionics.
They're more built for forceful interrogation and intimidation.
Yeah.
That's still a very useful thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's possible.
Well, hell, yeah, like Ozzy is. He practically has that kind of capability himself. But obviously, he's not going to torture somebody. But he's good at He's good at being imposing and putting on a face just so you get people like, yeah, you're going to tell me what I need to know, or you're going to walk out with a broken kneecap.
It seems like the real trick for these guys is finding the very specific button to push. Like that is their psionic ability. Find the button. And for you, it was your family. And, in the past, they used that for various other things. And they do have some other powers, but that's their big one.
Yeah.
They know exactly what to say to get you to do what they want.
Mac's theory is that the species may assimil it. So, because if he was building a weapon that was fully autonomous, he would have a just figuring out what.
Right. Right. This is. Well,
Shall we go? Shall we set off?
oh, we still gotta wait for our ship to be repaired and
Well,
install those.
at this point, I mean, we are in the middle of downtime, so your ship can be repaired as soon as you want it to be. You still have
okay.
a shipment to drop off in orbit of Phobos.
Yes.
And I don't think all of you have done a downtime scene yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, who's that? Luna and who's that for downtime?
You did
Me.
like that was your one, and you just had her as
Yeah.
so she still gets
Oh
one
yeah,
herself.
yeah. Oh, that's fine.
Also, Jerry, would you like to? Where is it? On the other side of this page. Would you like to heal one stress or have advantage going forward?
Let's have a little look. I'll have advantage going forward.
And Mark, we can say that this because this took a while. Was your downtime?
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna.
Because it was a big scene. I don't feel like it's appropriate that you heal some stress. Although maybe they've reassured you enough, but I think at this point you will have advantage going forward. So.
Yeah, I'll just take the advantage because it doesn't make sense to heal stress in this after this. So
yeah,
the reassurance is the advantage.
Exactly. Okay. So Lillian, you have this opportunity to have some downtime.
Yes. I think Luna's going to work on her personal project and do the research on what creatures she would need to take down to be able to gain the ability to give different powers to somebody.
Okay.
This is, I guess in the meantime, like this is not a scene or anything, but I'm not gonna do another scene or anything. It's just I guess while she's going back to doing that research, I'm just getting an idea of what we do after that big discussion. Because I guess if anything, Ozzy will probably ask if Theo's up to working on anything, and if Ozzy can give him a hand, just to keep his mind preoccupied for the moment.
Ooh, sure, wear this jacket. And go stand over there.
Okay. Bam, bam, bam.
It's fortunately only a pellet gun.
Oh, okay.
Does sting when he hits you in the forehead.
Oh. Ping. You hit me right in the middle, but metallic part. Where my scanner is. Oh, well, what was the purpose of that?
Well, it's a little bit less conspicuous, isn't it? I go in full armor, I look like some kind of war machine.
Oh, well, no, I'll give you that. It looks a lot less conspicuous. Did some good work there. Oh.
I'm not going to buy more of these. You're interested. Maybe build one into a nice tuxedo. You know? The fancy face-to-face work or something.
That sounds like a good idea. Um,
New shield generators to do it.
I don't want to.
Look less tooled up. Can make that happen with the right materials.
I don't want to ask you for more, but you'd be able. Do you know if you'll be able to make tracer darts?
Quite
Yeah.
possibly. For what? Gun.
Oh, sometimes it'd be helpful to stick on somebody and you can track them without having to. You just follow the tracer where it goes, and that sort of tracer.
Uh, That's Space Master. Could manage potentially with my jury capacity.
Wait, what was that?
Specifically have a skill called jury rig.
Oh,
To
that's
take.
jury rig. Yeah. Well, mostly I'm just.
Want them to do and try and make them do that.
I'm mostly just talking about just because Hound has their grenade is a tracer, so I'm talking about just stuff like that for flavor. Like that's what, yeah. Because I'm sure you'd be able to make grenades.
Oh yeah, I've already put together a nice little MP package using those grenades picked up on Ganymede. Did we get them on Ganymede or did we buy them on? Anyway, they go with less of a bang unless you happen to be made of electronics.
Well, that happens to be my weakness.
So in character,
Yeah.
Mac, you would easily be able to rig these up. You just need the right materials, and we'll say that you get the right materials as soon as you pick the power.
Fair enough.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't mean that to interrupt
That's okay.
Lily's Lillian's yeah.
Well, what I will say for Lillian's thing is, for one thing, what did we have for the text on this? What do you have in your notes? Do you have anything? Maya,
What?
can you shut up? What do you have in your notes about this project so far?
That the goal is to make a device that will insert temporary mods into people, and the intention is for it to essentially give me a new move that allows me to give somebody a mod for an episode.
Yeah, but what about the what do you have anything written down for what the personal project requirements that I gave you before were?
That I need to destroy or dissect creatures to gain their traits.
Well, if you come up with like a list of traits, like you can work with me on that, like
Yeah.
add a character, and we can. I'll give you like a one creature for each one.
Yep.
And of course, if we meet something cool in the field,
E.
you might be able to add it. I will say that this is not going to have a clock at all, but rather you will get more abilities as you keep working on it, keep finding things.
Is Luna now the blue mage?
Kind of.
Sure. There is
Oh,
no
well,
picture for reference for the Grimcrest douche because I made him up, but or them up. But I would love it if someone would draw it. I just don't. I have nothing. Oh, there it is.
What's
Thank
that? What was that one move that you sent me before? I forgot what it was. Let me look through the
you.
DMs.
Is that one of the? I think it was one of the ones, the optional moves in the back of the book.
Yeah.
It was like an investigative one, I think. I don't really remember. But all of your downtimes are done, but we only have 15 minutes left. So as you take off, leaving Europa, possibly not for the last time, but the last time for a while, most likely, headed to orbit of Mars in order to make first proper contact as a crew with the reclamationists. We are going to go through the cliffhanger move. So, can you each go through your hooks, and we will decide if they have applied. And I think we've had a lot of hooks applied today. Some interesting ones.
I don't think my modification often betrays my mood really as because I didn't brain enough to mention things.
I mean, there was no serious conflict that you were involved with, so it wouldn't have come up too much anyway.
Yeah. I'm a pacifist at heart, but I'm scared that I'll be changed by the violence of outer space. I mean, she did sort of come to Ozzy's defense with the idea that she, even though she normally wouldn't want to harm someone, she would actively harm this person for him. Dr. Theo can never find out that I've stolen some of his clothes to make a nest.
What? You got more in last episode. I don't understand where those sweaters have come from.
Not really come up massively. And then being hunted and must stay incognito didn't massively come up either.
Oh man, I swear you said something about being keeping a low profile.
Well, we're on planet, yeah, she changed her colours to be more muted and not stand out.
Yeah. I assumed that was related to that hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can use that one.
Cool.
I want to be fair. I like you had like a couple of half relevant ones, so we'll round it up to a full one. All right, who's next?
The only one I have is there's a reason I was firing a gun in the gun while interested in a personal project. Wasn't paying attention to the bigger picture. But that's fair enough if that's not.
Explain it a little more. I mean, you're very hard to understand with your mic right now. It's not helping.
I don't know what to do about that. So this is I will become obsessed with a mystery to the exclusion of danger. In this case, the mystery was building an interesting thing, and the danger was firing a gun on station. It's fair. Too subtle.
And shooting me.
I don't know. I think you could have made that more clear. Like, it didn't really pose any problem to you. What else have you got for your hooks? And we'll just quickly go through them. I don't think they'll apply.
No, I don't think so either. Being a bit physically clumsy and worrying Tad being prone to indiscretion.
Okay. Yeah, not really. But that's okay because we have the group questions later on, so don't worry about it. You will still get some XP.
Just waiting for a moment where Theo pats Ozzy on the back and he uses his and the claw just wham and just pins Ozzy forward.
Yep. Okay. Ozzy, what of your hooks might have
Oh.
applied?
The sensor pack didn't really apply.
No.
No longer proceed, the painkillers didn't come up. Excuse me.
I mean, you took some,
I
but they weren't a
did
problem.
take some. They took, but that wouldn't count that as a.
What is the actual hook for the painkillers? Read it out for me.
It's Dr. Theo knows of my device, and they better keep quiet of it. So I don't think that didn't come up. So, he took the painkillers, but Dr. Theo didn't really mention. Ozzy didn't really talk to Dr. Theo about the painkillers in that situation. So,
Is it still true that no one else knows about the painkillers but Theo? I think it might be.
I believe it's still true. Yeah.
Okay.
The second one.
Yeah, go on.
The second one, I don't think. The second one probably didn't apply. Which is Dr. Loneliness naivety will put us at risk, potentially put us in dangerous circumstances. I might need to adjust some things into that because after this whole load of stuff that just got dropped, I might need to rearrange some wording into there to make it more fit what just happened. Like,
yeah.
I mean, she did also openly state that she's willing to. She doesn't know a whole lot about this area, but I wouldn't count that as a part of applying the hook or anything. I don't think so because there wasn't a scenario where that came up. It was just we just had a little bit of a mention to it. And the third one actually did come up in a big way, which is I want revenge and justice for the Grimcast Company for the things they've done to people I cared about. So I know that one did definitely come up.
Yes.
So, which is that was pretty much my scene. So it's like, yeah. So that definitely gets marked. I don't think I have anything else as far as I know.
But possibly some stuff to adjust or replace there.
Yeah.
I was thinking you might want to change the painkiller one, but at the same time, it's still yet to be revealed to the rest of the crew, so it's optional if you want to keep that or not. Like you could change it to, you're dependent on the painkillers instead of no one can find out about them.
That's true.
Because that could be a problem. It could. But, okay, let's go on to Tad.
Yes. So, first one, Ozzy and I have seen everything together. We're close to them family. Nothing will pull us apart. We've been butting heads more since he resurfaced. However, he continues to, I think some of this was addressed in the big scene with Ozzy.
Yep.
Yeah, I say so.
Yeah. I stole from the Sahara and now they're after me.
Yeah,
that one didn't come up. We are dealing with a different baddie for now.
Oh, there are many baddies. You will not run out of baddies.
Yeah.
We're
going through the Grimcrest arc.
But I did notice that in the groups they have their connections are uneasy truce with Reminatia. That's what it says. So maybe that could pop up while in the middle of this.
Whose ones is this?
This was for the Grimcrest. They have an uneasy truce with the Reminatia.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have the Grimcrest on mine, so I don't know.
I think they're visible to everyone.
Yeah, they're listed under the groups tab on the characters area.
Yeah, I've just got Reclamation Race, Qued, Night Strikes, Confederation, and Reminatia.
Oh no, it is just in here. Yeah. Okay, well now they can actually. I'll set it to all players. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh, Grimcrest. There we go. Let's have a look at these cunts.
I was waiting to expose them until they come out in the RP. because
Cool.
obviously Mark was keeping them under his shirt.
Yeah. I should say I wasn't taking a piss at you. I just like that word expose.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, they are a gang of, and their tags are Chronal, Bloodthirsty, Authority, Unforgiving, Warmongers. They are low priority for the Confederation. They have indeed tortured and killed Ozzy's family, and they have an uneasy truce with the Romanation Syndicate. They rule his district of Iate with an iron fist, terrorizing the residents, and the leader is Wardok. It is said that one look from him is enough to make you beg for mercy. And then recently we have added Wardok as a Sinter, a race of genetically engineered undercover operatives with psionic abilities known to blackmail important figures to win wars.
Cool.
So there we go.
I'm interested now that they've got some kind of connection with the Romanation.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
they are rivals. The only reason they aren't at each other's throats is because they have different victims, as it were.
Yeah. Well, I don't think Tad is necessary. He kind of is, but kind of isn't as well. It's more like he's
Collateral.
I wouldn't even say collateral. Like I'll explain it.
Oh, I wouldn't say Tad was one of their victims necessarily. Yes, indeed.
But like
Not one of
backstory.
their targets. Indeed.
We'll get to it when we do the Romanation arc.
Yes, indeed. I mean,
yes.
when you guys go to Iate next, things may be interesting. But these groups are not necessarily limited to those areas. It's just their primary spheres of influence.
Yes. But I digress. Yeah, I think we dealt with...
Yes, Romanation didn't come up.
No. And I did touch bums with Lily and Dr. Luna. And now it is a little bit awkward. That kind of came up.
What do you mean it kind of came up? It was your entire downtime scene.
Yeah, you had a fade to black. Come on.
It is up to you, because you did address it. It is now up to you, both of you, I would say, how you would like to rewrite that hook, because I feel like it does need rewriting at this point. So something to come up with for next week.
Yeah, that's a good question.
But that's definitely going to apply, so write down the EXP.
Yes. Okay, would that be 2?
What was the other one? I've already forgotten.
For Ozzy.
Yes.
Because he explained himself, like, why he's been so grumpy.
Yeah.
I don't blame him for now.
I mean, I think specifically the Aussie one is because you swore to protect him at all costs, you know?
Yeah.
And your hook is that you're closer than family. Which I think very much applies. All right. That is the hook questions then, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Did we complete a mission or contract? We did not.
No. Technically, you said that we did that before.
That was the last time, yeah.
So, yeah.
Did we learn something new and important about the universe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely. 100%.
Did we make a new enemy or thwart an existing enemy?
Yes.
Yes.
Was there a big moment that hinged on a crucial role?
I don't think so. I mean, if you count any of my the Abyss stuff, but
Yeah, those had gone differently. Nothing interesting would have happened.
Mm.
All right. Then
I can't remember if you failed or passed, but either way, it was the correct way for it to go.
it was very interesting. So, in addition to your hook XP, you will each get 2 XP.
Sweet.
Cool, I leveled up.
I'm not going to mark maintenance or anything for this session because it was all downtime and finishing off the project. So you have some extra time before you next need to get your ship repaired and pay off your debts.
Yeah. Laura, what do you think to the Lunar Hawk? How do we change it? I have complicated feelings with Dr. Luna. Or-
Yeah.
I certainly how that juxtaposes with your promiscuity and prior employment could be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, like he's Tad's very much like if you pay him to do something, he'll do the job, like whether if it's whether if it's helping out Ozzy or doing the fuck, like because like that's just like sort of strictly business, and if you but because like he's like become friends with Luna and like they've sort of grown in closeness, at least in his eyes. Like the feelings that he could like put like just throw to the side as a working as a sex worker. He like those feelings are kind of coming up, and he's I wouldn't say grown attached, but grown a fondness to her. Like kind of would like to protect her and yeah, and shout at Mac for peeping through the door. Yeah.
I don't know the crack exists. Just
How about
so
how about
Also-
I have romantic inclinations towards Lily and Luna. I don't want the others to find out,
Yeah.
or perhaps
Okay.
and the others don't know yet,
Yeah.
because that's fun. I like that. That would
Yeah.
give you
You
something
okay with
to
that,
use.
Laura?
Yeah.
Cool. Toward and don't want.
All right. Thank you all for playing. Thank you to everyone who has watched. All 0 of you. I really appreciate that you all came here today. I will see you next
I was
time.
watching.
Thanks for
Yeah, but
running.
you were
That was a
also
lot of fun.
playing. It doesn't count.
Yeah.
And thank you to
see
Malice
that.
for yelling through the entire fucking thing. Which the viewers or listeners will be able to hear. Fuck's sake.
She just wanted to be part of it.
Yeah, she wanted to yell at my eardrums the whole time. Alright.